Good morning, everyone. Today I'd like to give you all a brief demonstration on how to set up a simple hoof trimming list. Now, some of the codes will be different depending on the dairy comp, but this will give you a plain idea of how to do it. So first thing I start off with is I always type the word show, which is the word dairy comp uses to come up with a list. So I'll put show ID, which will be the cow's ID, pen, which will be the pen the cow's in. Now this code, DSTRM, that code is what tells me day since last hoof trim. Now that code will be maybe the same or possibly different depending on the dairy comp, but once you figure it out then you'll know it. But most of the time it's DSTRM or DSTM on some herds. But show ID pen DSTRM, then 4, and this is the parameter. So the show ID pen, that's what'll be in your list, and then 4 will be what you're looking for. So we want to see cows that haven't been trimmed in 120 days. For DSTRM greater than 120. So you can see that code, enter. I arranged that by pen, so it's numerical by pen. And right here on the bottom you can see there's 26 cows out of this herd that haven't been trimmed in 120 days. Now this herd is a 1,000 cow milking herd, so 26 out of 1,000 is not bad. And that is also including dry cows and pregnant heifers. Okay, you can also simply, like if you don't like this code, you can do 180 days, which would be half a year. And there's 4 cows in the herd, and the highest cow being 253 days since last trim, which this cow's been on the list for a long time in the hospital pen. More than likely this animal's gone, it just hasn't been deleted out of the computer. But that's how you do it. You can always adjust that number by whatever you want. And like if you wanted to pre-look for next week, you could say, okay, 120 days, what would be 7 days prior, 113. So you could type in 113, and that shows you the cows that would come on the list. This would include this week, but this week and next week. Now to pre-look and not see this week, where you go to after the 4, it's what you want this criteria to be. Days since trim equal to 113 days. So this would show, if you're on a weekly schedule, this would show all the cows that are due next week. And there's 30 cows. Now that won't include dry cows. That'll be in another video for you guys to see how I pick out dry off cows and how that all gets done.